Hello, I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And this is the top news for natural gas. Number one, Iran threatens to close the Strait of Hormuz. Number two, extreme heat risk from Chicago all the way back to New York. Number three, the Atlantic tropical season may have just started. We've got a storm just east of Bermuda with about a 70% chance of development just today. And number four, LNG Canada has produced its first cargo for export this past weekend. Let's turn to the spot July contract, which is currently trading at 376, down 8.7 cents or 2.26%. Remember, this contract goes off the board on Thursday, the 26th. Option expiration is Wednesday. And why is it down? Well, it's converging with cash. Be careful here. We're looking at an injection for storage of somewhere around 85 BCF for the past week, but the following week is going to be quite low considering the extreme heat we've got coming up. So be careful. This is going to be a little bit of a volatile week. We've got a lot of economic reports and things are going to bounce around a bit. So looking at the hourly chart here, we currently are trading right above that daily pivot support here at 372.70. We got very close to it at 374.30. And the daily pivot is 393.80. So let's see if support holds here. We've got support below that at 360 and 8 ticks and well below that at 339.70. What's going on? Well, again, it's trying to converge with cash as this contract does expire on Thursday. And there's some options that will also need to be pulling here around the 350 strike. So let's see if we can hold or if we just go sideways from here. But we're going to have one more injection on the storage, and then we're going to see how this heat affects the injections going forward. So let's look at the front to back spreads. This is the Jan versus the July contract, and things are a little bit higher on the day, currently up just about 9 ticks here at 133.70. It is again in that area of 135 to 140. That was our resistance level. We did exceed that and then come back off. We broke the trend line on the upside and excuse me, to the downside, and now bounced right back through it. And so let's see if this 135 to 140 level holds. Again, here the same thing for the Jan versus the October contract. We're positive on the day, currently up 7 ticks here at 117.80. And let's see if we do hold here at that 120 level and then potentially fall back off with this heat. And let's take a look at that heat. As you can see, we've got extreme heat risk from St. Louis to Chicago, even back to New York today. This gets worse as we get through the week. Tuesday is really bad. And again, we do have same thing about on Wednesday, but it is starting to slowly get a little better as we progress through the week. But we've still got areas with extreme heat risk as we get through all the way through the Friday. And then Saturday is a little bit of a moderation, but the eastern half of the country and parts of the West are in extreme heat risk. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook is above normal across the far Pacific Northwest and along the Carolinas here, North Carolina down to South Carolina, and of course into the Florida all the way back to Louisiana. This is hot and humid weather. Let's turn to the tropics because we've got our first potential storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, and it is here today, just about 600 miles northeast of Bermuda. This is Bermuda, this little dot here. And as you can see, it's got about a 70% chance of development for today. It may only develop into a tropical depression. Conditions are not favorable going forward, so this may be a pop and done. And let's take a look at it on the satellite. As you can see, it's starting to get some nice thunderstorms as we get a good rotation here. So let's see what happens later today. But the track, well, this is New Brunswick of Canada, and these are the Azores. So it is tracking north of the Azores as the week progresses. And why did it form? Well, here's Bermuda, and this is the Saharan dust layer, as we also noted before, that this is inhibiting of any type of tropical developments. And as you can see, we're starting to see that first wave here that is starting to dissipate across the Caribbean all the way back into the United States. But we got another big swath of this coming forward, and this is going to inhibit any kind of tropical development between Africa and South America. Let's take a look at our stocks. These are our oil and gas E&P sector, market cap between $2 and $10 billion, and a short float over 10%. As you can see, right now, they're doing fairly well, especially the ones that are focused in on some of the natural gas stocks for the last week. They were doing quite well. Let's take a look at the overall view for the past week. These stocks, the winners were the natural gas stocks, which were CNX up 6.28% and Comstock, CRK, up 22.23%. The ones that were oil focused were actually down on the week. So, but if you look a little further for the month, 1 month performance, these things were skyrocketing. Comstock was the clear winner here, up 32.36%. And really the laggard here, CNX, only up 8.4%. So again, things are looking positive on the energy sector. Watch out, we're going to try and converge with cash, but then we're going to probably pop after we get the storage report on Thursday because of this extreme heat that we've got going through the week. This is going to result in a very low storage injection the following week. And we're also getting Sabine Pass. That's the Cheniere facility in Louisiana coming back online today, well over 4 BCF in total inputs. So that's a great improvement. This will help cash prices going forward. Right now, for the July contract, we're currently trading at 374.10, down 10.6%, 10.6 cents or 2.73%. Thanks for listening. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you soon.